Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there. When I switched my mindset and literally switched some of my actions in a major way, it's insane that all of a sudden, all of these other things that I was praying for came through. And I don't think that would have happened if I wouldn't have really paid attention to what I knew was the truth of my soul.
And we're back
with another episode of He Said, She Said.
And we're literally back in Arizona now. I had to think about that. I was like, wait, where are we? Arizona.
Feels good to be back on the West Coast where there is sunshine in the fall.
You know what's funny? I had the best summer ever. Like best summer of my life. And at the same time, I was ready to leave and get back to the West Coast hype and activity. And because Wisconsin's a little bit slower. And one of the things I've been talking about that I need in my life, and, living in a different places, this represents it. I need range. And have been having great conversations with friends about this, and they've loved this concept. So I figured I'd share it here real quick before we talk about what we're really going to talk about. But the idea of range, and what does that look like in your life? Because it's going to be different for everybody. For me, range means I need the slow pace of a rural lake house for an extended period of time where there's not much hustle and bustle going on. And then I equally need, at a different time in my year, all the energy, all the hustle, all the bustle, all the everything, because that's what I feed off of. But I can't feed off of that 365 days a year. So for me, I've really realized I need range, and that we spent years manifesting that. We finally have it.
Yeah, if you're listening to this and you're like, my God, how could I get that same energy? I want range too, but I'm, not in the situation where I can do it. Guys, we get it. Like we had vision boards for 5 to 7 years, actually longer before we could actually.
Vision board year was when we were broke. And so we stayed in for New Year's. We're like, what should we do? because we didn't want to spend money on going out. Remember this?
Yep.
That was our first vision board.
Oh my God, I remember that in Minnesota. And that started the tradition because that year, once we did the vision board and really set our intentions and got super aligned on each other's, like on the goal. Oh, wow, this is great. This goes right into what we're talking about. But we got so clear on what we wanted for that year, put it on the boards, and then talked about it every single day when we went on our walk. And because we saw so many things happen in 1 year, we ended up keeping that as a tradition of vision boarding. And this goes with really talking about what we're going to talk about today. And that is manifestation and how important that is every single day to set your target and keep it the same every single day. Like really pull that into your vision.
I really, really, really believe in manifesting. But I also want to clarify this. And I've mentioned this on a show before, but I think it's important to repeat. There's two schools of thought out there. You're either team woo-woo or you are team logical. And sometimes team logical has trouble buying into the whole manifestation thing. So I explain it this way. I live right in the middle of the two. I really do believe that there's an energy that you tune into and then you attract more of it. And I also believe that there's a lot of logical things that are happening behind the scenes that you may not give credit to, but explain why you manifested what you manifested. So for team woo-woo, yes, literally every day, manifest and attract what you want and use that energy to attract like energy. And for team logical, you know what happens? If you manifest every single day, whatever that looks like for you, speaking it out loud or writing it down every day, what happens is you consciously and subconsciously take different actions that lead you towards those results that you write down or speak out loud that you're manifesting. So whichever team you're on, manifesting does work for you. And we just demonstrated that this summer. We spent this summer walking around every single day. We never stopped walking and doing our Power 9. And I'm not going to explain to you guys what the Power 9 is again. Okay, I'll say it real quick. 3 things that we're grateful for, 3 things we're excited about for the day, and 3 things we want to manifest for the day. And Lori and I speak it out loud to each other. And here's the crazy part. Here's what we want to tell you. Not only did the things 12, 13 years ago manifest into the life that we have now, right from the vision boards, but this summer, things that we spent all summer, every day, speaking out loud, saying, I manifest this, I manifest that is going to happen. They just all happened in a matter of a couple of weeks and like out of the blue.
If you listen to the podcast, you know I'm super honest about this entrepreneurship journey. And let me tell you, for most all of us, it comes with some serious anxiety. And I think most of that is because we're just a lot more uncertain about what's coming at us, what our day is going to look like, and what the heck we're supposed to do. A lot of times we're learning something brand new that we've never done before. And recently I found the best hack that's totally changed my life for the last month. Soul CBD has become my go-to daily supplement to help balance my central nervous system when I start to feel anxious. And good news for you, you're going to get 15% off when you go to mysoulcbd.com/Lori. Soul CBD is completely THC-free, organically farmed, gluten-free, and third-party tested for toxins. My favorite product is the gummies. You guys, I like myself some candy, and it is a super amazing, chewy, sweet treat in the evening for me that just kind of also cuts off me from snacking. I love it. Right now, I'm loving the coconut vanilla flavor. Soul CBD also has oils, capsules, a topical, and even CBD bath bombs, which are so freaking cute and the best little gifts that you can possibly give. It's helpful for anyone who struggles with anxiety, pain, or sleep. It really does help to recalibrate your homeostasis. And here's a really cool part. You get 15% off when you go to mysoulcbd.com/Lori. Unfortunately, there's no shipping to Canada at the moment, but if you're in the US, you're in luck. One more time, that is 15% off automatically when you visit mysoulcbd.com/Lori, which is also going to be linked in the show notes. Sometimes it happens this way, sometimes it doesn't. And I feel like there were a couple things that I was manifesting that would not have been possible if I hadn't done a big mental shift in some other things that I was working on. So sometimes I think that your manifestations can't happen when you are in something that isn't necessarily what you should be in anymore, or when you're really out of alignment in an area. And let me tell you, the only way to get and stay in alignment is to get out of alignment. So I don't think there's any such thing as like, oh, I'm so aligned. Like you're always going to have an area where you're kind of out. And that's life. That's actually how you learn. That's actually like the process of the thing that you're in alignment with right now is going to eventually not be a thing you're in alignment with because you'll evolve past it or that chapter will be done. So with that said, I think that I was like really focusing on something that I wanted to happen that wasn't actually in alignment with what I wasn't listening to all of the signs around certain things. So when I switched my mindset and literally switched some of my actions in a major way, it's insane that all of a sudden, all of these other things that I was praying for came through. And I don't think that would have happened if I wouldn't have really paid attention to what I knew was the truth of my soul.
Guys, we're talking about like business partners that we wanted to manifest that weren't even on the radar. We're talking about certain dollar amount contracts that all of a sudden manifested that weren't even on the radar. We're talking about like things where I was almost testing this concept of manifesting. Say, hey, okay, every day I want blank to happen. I manifest that blank will happen. And all of a sudden in the last couple of weeks, this thing showed up, that thing showed up, this thing showed up, the other thing showed up. And it's like you have to have that full-time faith and do that daily exercise of manifesting. And then that daily practice makes these things show up in clumps. And here's what I know to be true. If you're still on the fence about manifesting, here's what I know to be true. Number one, if you don't have a clear target of what you want, if you don't get clear on what you want, then manifesting is probably not going to work for you. But number two, if you know what you want, but you're not doing the daily work, you're not speaking it out loud daily, you're not writing it down daily, you're not doing the nerdy exercises that sometimes people might poke fun of. If you're not doing that daily, then don't expect things to manifest in your favor. You know, there's a third thing I know to be true, and it's this. Our happiest, wealthiest, most famous, most successful friends, like if I could put them all on a list, the common thread is they all believe in manifestation, visualization, and they all have a daily practice around it. Every single one of them, 100% of them that I would put on this list, they're bought into this and they practice it daily.
Well, here's why. If you don't sit and focus, which we'll give you, we'll tell you exactly what we do. It's so basic. We already told you it's part of the Power 9, which is the...
Speaking out loud to each other.
Yep, speaking it out loud to each other. So 3 things
we're grateful
for, 3 that we're excited about, and then 3 that we manifest. And typically within the 3 that we manifest, there's always one that remains the same. Sometimes the other 2 switch, but there's usually always one that remains the same or one that comes up 3-4 times a week. So that's a key, is trying to keep one consistent within those manifestations that you're doing every single day. And here's why this works. I mean, it's truly like a plan. If you don't, it's plugging in a destination to your brain. So once you have that destination plugged into your brain, you're going to start looking for all of the things without even realizing it and meeting all of the people and looking at things that maybe a conversation wouldn't have seemed like an opportunity before. And you hear something within the conversation because your is it your reticular activating center in your brain? Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
I don't do science.
Okay. Anyway, I might have said that wrong. But what it does is it literally is looking for those things unconsciously without you realizing it. So you're now going to spot the opportunity. You're going to maybe even do things like go to an event that you don't realize and hear different conversations and meet different people who now are looking for exactly what you're looking for or are meant to be a partner or an opportunity that you would have missed. So it's literally just putting it in the front of your brain every single day. Otherwise, guess what happens? You start to focus on the negative. So I think the most important part of visualization and manifestation, if we just want to put it more into reality, is that it really just keeps you focused on the thing you want instead of the thing you don't.
I love that. So put it in your daily practice. Number 1, get clear on what you want. And that's going to change over time as you evolve. But for right now, get very clear on what you want for right now. And then number 2, I challenge you, I urge you, I beg you, make it a daily practice. Either you're saying it out loud or to someone else, you're committing to it, or you are writing it down in a journal, but make it a daily practice.
All right, guys, we're so grateful for you. Thank you for always tuning in. It's so much fun to see who's listening. So share us on stories so that we can see who you are. And until next time.
Love and appreciate you. Thanks for listening.
Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to Circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to Circle.so. You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to Circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool. Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. And I want to make sure that you have my phone number, and I'm not kidding. Did you know that I have a community text number? For real. My phone number is 310-496-8363. This goes directly to my phone. All you have to do is text the word daily to 310-496-8363. And I literally text you every single day, Monday through Friday. I actually just got done 30 seconds ago texting a bunch of people back, and I talk to you all of the time. You guys, people always ask me how I got my community text number and how it works. Well, all you have to do is you can just go to community.com and get your own. Community makes it easy to get a phone number that you can use to build your audience using text. People just text you at your number and they're added to your group. Then you can text them out audios, video links, anything you want. You guys, I text out happy birthday videos. I love to send podcast links, thoughts about life, book recommendations, different events that I'm doing in the local area. Texting gets me out of the noise of social media and directly into your hand. And now you can start texting your people too. Just go to community.com to get your phone number. They give you a 10-digit real phone number, not those weird short codes that look like spam, but it's more than a phone number. Your new number comes with an inbox for SMS and texting. This means you can actually manage your text list from your computer and an app on your phone. You can schedule text to send at certain times and to certain groups. You can even set up auto replies or let your assistant or customer service team answer your text messages via Community's awesome dashboard. Just go to community.com and ask for a free demo. They'll show you how it works and get you your number. It's time to start texting your audience versus just posting on social media. Everyone uses Community for that. So go check them out at community.com. I can tell you it's not just great for communicating with my audience, but Chris and I use Community and our texts to also sell out our launches. I'm telling you, you get such an incredible response because you really are creating a true, deep sense of community, and it's so intimate. It's freaking amazing. Go check it out at community.com.
Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal.
They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently, and most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori.